Market Mondays. We always have great conversations and we have great guests.
Hmm.
So, following in that tradition, we have a very important guest. Somebody that this is the first time that we've actually spoke to him on the program.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We got the honor to connect with him a few years ago.
Hmm.
But looking forward to this conversation. So let's bring up Pastor Jamal Bryant, shall we?
Market mover.
The market mover. Market mover.
Himself.
What's
My
going
brother.
on?
Hey family, how y'all doing?
I'm good,
Good.
brother. How are
How
What's
you
you?
up?
feeling, man?
Doing great. I can update my resume. I done made it.
No, we appreciate you being here.
No, thank y'all.
No, thank you. And thank you for changing your schedule. I know, we had a few different times on the calendar. So thank you for making it. Appreciate it. Okay, so Pastor Jamal Bryant, obviously a giant in the world of, theology, but this is a business conversation and you've done something interesting. You've played a major part in the boycott of Target. So I want to talk about a few different things, but we got to start there, right? So for our audience and people that may not be all the way tapped in with everything that's been going on, can you talk about why Target was selected, the demands that you guys have for Target, where the boycott stands now? Like, give us the whole rundown.
Yeah. So first of all, thank you, family, for giving me an opportunity. There were 14 Fortune 500 companies that walked away from DEI after the inauguration of Donald John Trump. And we decided that we would follow the African proverb, the best way to eat an elephant is one piece at a time. So we focused on Target first, not last, not only first. And we want to tell you all why. Number one, ashamedly and embarrassingly, Black people spend $12 million a day in Target. Number two, without there being any protests, without there being any demonstration, after the killing of George Floyd, the president and CEO of Target, they are headquartered in Minneapolis, same place where George Floyd was killed, came out and had a press conference and said, watch the language, family. George Floyd could have been one of my employees, not colleagues, not staff, one of my employees. So they made a commitment of $2 billion that they were going to invest in Black business. They, after the inauguration, walked away from it. So we asked for four things. The first, if Black people are spending $12 million a day in Target, invest $250 million into Black banks so Black people can have access to capital to start businesses and to buy homes. Number two, there are 27 Targets on college campuses. None of them are on HBCUs. So
Mm.
we asked them to partner with six HBCUs and told them to pick whatever six HBCUs they wanted for their business programs, so that they could scale, so that they could franchise, and so they could roll out. I'm embarrassed that this is the largest boycott for Black people in 70 years since the Montgomery bus boycott. And here's what's crazy: we didn't have a Black owned franchise to redirect people to. We high fiving people to go to Costco as if that's giving back to us. Three was that they would honor the George Floyd commitment of $2 billion. And number four, we gave them a blank check and said, you all rewrite DEI. It don't have to be called that, doesn't have to be named that, but show us a pathway where Black people can make it to the C-suites and not just work in the warehouse. And so that's where it is. We're 18 weeks later, and I am so appreciative to your audience to help make this happen. The valuation of Target has dropped by 12 billion. The
Yeah.
stock has dropped from $145 a share to $93 a share. Foot traffic is down by 7.9%. And 4 weeks ago, they slashed the CEO's salary by 42%. And all of it is thanks to us taking the Kwanzaa principle of cooperative economics.
Troy, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
You can
No.
it
I
talk
can't
about
hear you now.
it can talk about the needs and the wants and having a detailed plan of what the action plan is going to be. I wonder now, right? You said that Target has been down 25% year to date. Have they been in communication with you guys as this is happening? Like how's the dialogue been between maybe their C-suite and you guys who are organizing the boycott?
They went Silence of the Lambs. They got directive from the administration
And
to
that's
not directly work with us. It was their fear and apprehension that if Target folded, then the other companies would go back in line. So we're now in a real revolutionary act crossroads because they're hemorrhaging. You can't go 4 quarters of not making a profit,
yeah.
where it's not almost impossible for you to come back. So, if they called today while I'm on you all show, it'd still be hard to get Black people to go back in. It takes 30 days to create a habit, and we've been out almost 90. So the brand has been beyond blemish. It's tarnished, and they're gonna need a complete facelift and turnaround to really rebrand who it is that they are at this point.
The stock price is currently at 101.60. What's the price point if you think they get to? They'll have to call you and just say, "Uncle, my brother, let's come to an agreement."
Yeah, well, in so much as BlackRock said that they are no longer a safe investment, I just saw reports this morning that the CEO is looking at retiring magically by the
Yeah,
end of
Brian
the
got to
year.
leave. Yeah.
And so my next big hurdle, transparently, is to make sure that we keep our people out during back to school. If we can keep them out during back to school, then I think that we've crossed a major hurdle. The reality is they should be calling now. They should be clamoring now. And instead of doing that, they're just paying influencers to post about Target rather than coming to the table.
I don't know if it's gonna work.
Well, let's
Yes.
talk about that. All right, so two things I want to talk about. The I saw it posted online, but I guess some preachers got
Yes.
involved in a Target initiative, and you wasn't appreciative of that. You said it was like $300,000. It was shortchanged. How did that come about? And did you feel betrayed that your fellow,
Betrayed
brothers?
is an understatement. So $300,000. Number one, they didn't get 300,000. They got 75,000. Target so pimped them out loud. They gave them $300,000 for them to split between 4 organizations: National Baptist Convention America, National Baptist Convention USA, Missionary Baptist, and the Church of God in Christ. So for you, if we asking for 250 million for Black banks, and let's go back to basic math. If Black people spend $12 million a day, and y'all are Baptist Christians, y'all couldn't even get a tithe. A tithe is 1.2 million. So 300,000, 75,000 is it ain't even a slap in the face. It's a hawk spit in the face. Not just to me, I think to the Black community that we would part off that easily with nothing in return.
And then my second part of that question is Kai, right? So I feel Kai Cenat got a lot of backlash because he did a live stream in Target and people, but I honestly feel like that speaks to a disconnect between young people and an older generation. I personally don't think that he may not even be aware of what's going on, or he doesn't fully understand, like, in
I'm
full
gonna meet
context.
you on the 50-yard line. I'll meet you on the 50-yard line and say to you, Kai's demo don't even go to Target. The focus was how do we attach Black faces that are
To it.
recognizable.
Yeah.
So yeah, it ain't no big gaming section in Target that's happening. That's where mamas are going to go get starch and go get a new ironing board. And so it was off brand, but look at what they have done in the last 6 weeks. So they had Cardi B post in there. They had Bronny post in there. And so whoever it is that's trying to do this internet campaign is just looking for recognizable faces that they can throw up on the screen.
Yeah.
You said that this is just the first one, and I know there's plenty of other companies that we could mention tonight. and maybe you will, but is it possible to run a boycott simultaneously to this one? Right, there's other brands that did away with DEI
Yeah.
who are probably watching how Target stock is performing and potentially looking at like that could be us if we don't get this right. Are you in communications with other brands as well?
Yeah, so our next one up is going to be Dollar General. And what the audience may not know, I didn't know, is Dollar General family is 4 times bigger than Target and Walmart combined. Combined.
Yeah.
As a consequence, they've got more Black employees, but they only hire the employees in part-time positions so that they don't get benefits. They are more often than not in rural areas. And when we talk about Black economics, most people limit that conversation to inner cities and the urban areas and don't look at the rural impact. So when we talk about Atlanta, but nobody's having conversations about Rome, Georgia, or Athens, Georgia.
Yeah.
In those areas still have an economic role and a part to play. And the labor workers are meeting with us. But Black people, regrettably, in this climate, don't have the luxury of just choosing one issue. We got to figure out how to walk and chew gum at the same time.
Boycotting is one part of the strategy, but going forward, how can we guarantee that there would be equity involvement, royalty involvement? Because what I feel could happen, which I hope doesn't, but when these incidents happen, do you think corporations will just say, well, I won't make a pledge at all, so I don't end up in the same space the Target is in?
Yeah.
How do we go to actually get executive management and executive leadership positions in the companies, more Black businesses installed into their programs like we used to have, opposed to them just completely walking away and trying to wash their hands from it?
I think that we've got to stop looking at ourselves as charity cases and look at ourselves as business partners. Incredible book by Carter Rankin entitled $1.9 trillion spent. How it is that collectively as a community, we have enough spending power to buy Apple, to buy Netflix, and to buy Tesla, and still have change left over. But we've got to really be significantly shrewd about how it is that we partner and how it is that we move. We welcomed Target to the cookout. We even gave it a hood nickname and said, "This is Target."
Yeah.
No other company can boast that claim. And so I think that we've got to figure out how we build ourselves up. I'm an 80s baby. So when we were growing up, Nancy Reagan was the first lady at the time, had the Just Say No to Drugs campaign. And drugs went up by 65%. And it went up because you can't tell people what not to do without telling them what to do.
Yeah.
And so I think it's important for us that we pick it with our pocketbooks and do targeted spending. So when people signed up, over 300,000 people signed up for Target Fast. When they signed up to be a part of the boycott, we sent to them a digital directory of 150,000 Black businesses around the country for them to support, because it's more important that we talk about what we are doing rather than what we are not.
No, that's key. As far as I always say, support boycotts is great, but support's even better, right? Like as
Yeah.
far as building our own businesses and our own ecosystem. So I'm glad that you guys are doing that.